America, they're just using hurricanes instead of bombs, or they're using fires instead of bombs. They use things that can be blamed on, quote, natural disasters, but it's the same exact effect. They bulldoze the place, and then they build back the city that they want, which is a police state if you're not Israeli. In America, they're just using hurricanes instead of bombs, or they're using fires instead of bombs. They use things that can be blamed on, quote, natural disasters, but it's the same exact effect. They burn out the town, or they flood out the town. They come in with bulldozers, and they're going to build a fence around whatever section that they want to claim as a 15-minute city, and then you won't be allowed in there. It'll be declared a disaster zone. You won't be able to get in. And I had to tweet this out today. Listen to this. Incoming intel. FEMA is waving ungodly amounts of money at private security firms right now, begging for security contractors to station at Florida to prevent Floridians returning to their homes and businesses after the storm hits. You understand what I'm saying here? These security teams are being hired, to keep people out, to make sure you can't go back. The evacuation orders are to push people out of Florida and keep them out. Reportedly, Delta Force personnel advising FEMA at the top, devising denial of area enforcement plans, which will be enforced at gunpoint if required. I'm told FEMA is practically panicked to get enough armed personnel on site, anticipating a tremendous amount of resistance from displaced people who want to return home to salvage whatever they can. This is the next step up the escalation ladder as the federal government wages war against the American people, as we saw FEMA carrying out in North Carolina, actively hindering rescue efforts to maximize starvation and death. To the people, do not escalate. And I'm repeating that here. Do not escalate this. Do not engage.
This brand new rental community in Tempe has all the amenities: fitness center, dog park, outdoor kitchens, but something's missing. So there are no cars in this community at all.
Isn't it great?
Cul-de-sac is the first community in the U.S. designed and built specifically for car-free living. Co-founder Ryan Johnson says the demand is strong.
Every generation.
Look up 15-minute cities. They're planning to set up 15-minute cities throughout the whole country and throughout the whole world, which will work. In your 15-minute cities, you will have to use MOTB, the micro-CHIP. GMS was always right.
And including 92% of Gen Z would like to pay more to live in a walkable neighborhood.
Retail, restaurants, and to start, nearly 200 apartments, all within steps of each other. No cars means no parking spaces, no garages.
Because we don't have residential parking, it opens us up to have 55% landscape space, and we get to add so much to the neighborhood.
Like social spaces around every corner. The complex is strategically located right next to the area's light rail system. All residents get a free pass. The first 200 also get a free electric e-bike.
Minute City is an urban planning concept where everyday necessities are easily reachable within a 15-minute walk or a 15-minute bike ride. This concept can promote more green spaces, but it can also decrease carbon emissions.
From an environmental standpoint, one of the biggest pieces is that if we're driving less, we're putting less carbon dioxide into the atmosphere, we're slowing the pace at which we're changing the climate that we have with.
Dr. Wynne Everham, a professor at the water school at FGCU, knows a thing or two about creating a usable space.
And I think most good 15-minute city approaches include a significant amount of green space within walking distance, because we're finding out that
小区啊，像不像军事化管理？现在买个菜，原来是。
不用疑惑，我来给你们解答这个问题。我现在在外面，然后我进去。
The model country for the 15-minute city program is China, because the Chinese are a bunch of heathens. The Most High is not working with them, even though you have Israelites mingle among them. So that's a model to the 15-minute cities throughout the whole planet Earth. I see China, I could be wrong, but I see China also being the model for the micro C-HIP. There will be millions, hundreds of millions, ultimately, because the population of China is over 1 billion. India is over 1 billion. It surpassed China as far as our population is concerned. So they would go to these heathen nations that don't know any better. Then eventually it will come here to America. The majority of the people on the planet Earth will receive a micro C-HIP, which is the MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16. GMS was always right.
进去就正常刷脸就可以。
验证通过。
这进来了吗？我真的进来了，然后没有人管我。现在，看，再绕出去。以前哪敢呢？
These people are heathen, so they're not connected to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai.
不行，迫不及待了，快跑！看，这是另一个闸机。
验证通过。
我又出去了，这回信了吧？真的能出来？
先过来上个公测，再可以人脸识别扫码。
请正视屏幕，请
直接出纸。现在出门上厕所都不用带纸了，真方便了。
请面向屏幕开始刷脸，请确认支付